All right, y'all, today is the day. We had another chilly morning, but the sun is out, sort of. It's starting to warm up. And today is the day I'm going to cut into the floor and check out the underground Earthbag room. I'm excited. I can't wait to do it. It'll be like uncovering a mystery. What's down there? What's happened? I don't know, but our questions are about to be answered. So for those of you that don't know, maybe you're a little newer to the channel, this Earthbag dome is not our first Earthbag build. First, we built a table. Then we built a cistern. Then we built a root cellar. And underneath this dome is an underground room, which we plan on using as a bedroom. So let's get cutting. Let's find out what is down there. Do we even still have a room? I don't know. It's crazy cold right now. The temps probably dropped just below 20 degrees. I mean, frost everywhere, things are frozen up. It is crazy. But last night I came out, I put a thermometer down in our underground Earthbag room, and now we'll pull it up. I'm kind of interested to see what the temperature is down there. All right, so I got everything sealed back up. I put my wood plate on the string so it doesn't fall in. 49.5 degrees.
That's nuts.
That's pretty amazing, huh? Now, knowing I wanted to cut into that floorboard, I was looking for my stud finder. Found it, put in a new battery, then I tried it out. No reaction. This thing should be going nuts. So, unfortunately, it stopped working. I guess maybe just, I don't know, I didn't think anything happened to it, just didn't use it for a while and just gave up the ghost. Weird. So while we were in town, I picked this up. This looks pretty nice, and it's got a very wide detection range, so it can actually detect the width of the boards, which is excellent. It can detect down to 1.5 inches depth. I think it'll be perfect for what I need. So let's get in the dome and let's get some things marked off. So first off, I'm gonna give this area a good sweeping. It is dirty in here. I mean, building with dirt is dirty work. I'm just gonna sweep this area up, get all the dirt out of here. Then I think we should be ready to kind of mark off the area. Whew. I really kicked up a lot of dust in here. I'm gonna let that settle a bit while I get some more tools and get ready to do some cutting. So I kind of already have a little hole in the floor right here where we've been doing our testing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of mark out where these studs are, and then I should be able to make some cuts, and we'll get down there. You know, I had this all marked out like forever ago, but you know, those marks aren't gonna last that long. Yeah, this thing definitely should have been covered a little bit better from the elements, but unfortunately it was exposed to a lot of rain. Definitely learned a lesson with that. That's why the root cellar is a lot better covered. So we'll just see what happened. And, you know, I know this isn't exactly watertight. We just wanted to keep critters out, so let's see what we shall see. Okay, I want to make a first initial cut and just kind of take a look down there also and kind of see for myself where the boards might be. It's the first opening, y'all. Wow, this is already really cool. Alright, I'm gonna put my headlamp on and get a closer look. Yeah, I could probably just cut a little bit more away from here and then I will have a path to get down there. It's actually almost the perfect spot. But I'm gonna take a little sneak peek. I think Jess is going to be out here too. She can't wait to see what's down here. Yeah. Here she is. Want to have a look? You're going to do that.
It's scary. It's scary down still down
There's still a room down there.
there. Have you been down there?
No, I could probably actually fit down there. Do you want to hop down there? If you want. That's probably a big enough hole for you, huh?
I'm scared.
Jess is gonna spelunk down there. Here she goes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, never to be seen again. That was my plan all along. Bye. Okay, that was all good for Jess, but I'm gonna make a man-size hole, or at least a slightly larger hole, so I can get in and see what I can see. There we go, a man-size hole. I picked up this Ryobi light, and it has been absolutely fantastic. I love this thing. It's super bright, portable. I love it. Okay, y'all, we got a little bit more light. Let's see what we can see. Oh, there we go. That'll light up a room. I'll tell you, this room seemed a lot bigger when we were building it. Some people might get a little claustrophobic in here. But man, it is incredible. Oh man. Sorry. Blinded by the light. So building that dome took probably, close to a year to build. It's probably been over a year since we've been down here. We've opened up a hole into the underground bedroom. Jess is already itching to get down there. She's excited. She loves it down there. So let's take you down there. We've each been able to get down there. Let's go over some of the things that we're liking and some of the problems that we have found. Okay, Jess. What do you want to start off with? You want to start talking about the good things or the not so good things we found?
We start on a good note?
Let's start on a good note and then we'll trash the whole thing. So coming down here, what did you find out the positive things? What did you like? What did you enjoy seeing?
I think the biggest positive for me was the temperature stability down here. It was actually a lot warmer down here than it was outside.
Yeah, it's about a 30-degree difference. When we dropped the gauge down there, I started reading 49.5, and then we pulled it up, it was the exact same temperature.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just that it was 30 degrees warmer, but it was like that when we put it down till we picked it up in the morning.
Right. And we had measured the temperature down here earlier when it was really hot out. I think then there's about a 20-degree difference. It's cooler down here. So I'm hoping that that's kind of what we can expect living down here, like maybe more stable temperatures year round. That would be really awesome.
Any other positives from you?
I think the other big thing was just like not a whole lot changed from when we sealed it up. So I wasn't quite sure what to expect. Like, could any kind of animals get in here or something?
Yeah, we sealed it off with the cob. So no critters down here. There must have been some spiders down here because I just got some cobwebs. I think Jess said she saw a black widow down here, so we got to get that out of here.
I think for the most part, it's it's pretty similar. Everything's intact.
And the walls are in really good shape. It's almost the exact same way we left it. Okay, but everything isn't perfect. We'll show you a couple of things I have noticed. One is a couple of these bags split open.
This is the side of the wall that is facing south, so it would have gotten more sunlight while we were building. So some of the bags might have been just a little weaker on this side to begin with. And the exposed soil in those split open bags, like you can feel, it's still kind of damp.
So I think some of these bags are wet. I think you can see a little bit of water down near the bottom. But right here along this area is the only area where you see any water.
When I first came down here, one of the first things I noticed was it felt more moist. The air feels more moist. And there's like a slight kind of damp earth smell down here.
When we did test the temperature, the humidity was at like 70%. So there's definitely a lot of moisture in the air down here.
Yeah. It seems like it's mostly right on this part of the wall behind us. You can tell that just feeling the bags, they're not quite as hard as the other bags on the other side. It's like a little bit squishy. Another thing that we noticed was the wall there's like a slight dip in this part of the wall too.
Now that this dome is completely built, we shouldn't be getting any rain on the inside of the dome. The dome took a while to build, and it was open during the whole monsoon season. So not only did we get an incredibly wet monsoon season, but a bunch of water might have gotten down here. You could see the liner that we have and we put around the outside of this Earthbag bedroom. That's part of the liner going all the way up to the top. But water might have come down from the inside, and then the pressure from above just might have kind of squeezed the bags a little bit. No more water should be getting in here, and once it does dry out, it should be pretty good.
This is covered on top with OSB, but that doesn't mean that water can't seep through there. So every time it rained while we were building the dome, before the dome was completed, there's probably water kind of seeping down along the inside of the walls. I mean, there can be benefits to water, but I think it really, especially building with earth, it's good to know how that works. So we found that out with the cob on the outside too. Like, if there's too much water in one spot, it causes damage. And I think that's what happened here. It started out, there was like a slight dip in this part of the wall to begin with, barely noticeable. But because of that, all the water kind of collected in the low spots, and that was just kind of created a little bit of an issue.
So when water funneling down here probably soaked the bags, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. The dirt gets a little bit more moist, compacts a little harder, and then when it does dry again, it'll just become much more solid.
Yeah, I think the problem here was an uneven soaking. So when the rain got down in here, you think maybe it wet the bags and it allowed it to compress more on this side?
Yes. So I think the water got down here, soaked the bags, there was a more compression, and then it pulled the boards down a little bit.
So it created this kind of dip in the wall, and because of that, it created a slight dip in the floor above it. So that's a little bit of an issue.
Visually it's tough to tell. Like, we can show you the boards here. You almost can't really see it visually. You can kind of notice it when walking on it. But that'll be something I'll have to kind of attend to, because we don't want to constantly be walking on this dip in the floor. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be a difficult fix. I should just have to lift those boards up a little bit, maybe an inch or so, and then we should be good. But I will have to kind of dig in there, kind of mess around a little bit. Again, not a bad thing, just a little something we had to deal with, and once this wall dries out, it'll be stronger for it. I just got to kind of straighten out some of the boards up on top here. It'll be kind of a pain, but a lesson learned that maybe you could take away is if you're going to do something like this, try and keep water from getting down here. In my hubris, I thought we would have built this a lot quicker. So there are things that I should have done that I didn't, like protect more the inside more from light and protect the floor here from water.
Yeah, that's the awesome thing about building with earth bags. You know, a little water is not going to hurt. It might be good for it. If these were like wood walls or something, that could be major problems.
that could be a lot worse, yeah.
Yeah.
And in fact, the only problems that we're having is with the wood.
Right.
The bags are fine for the most part, well, except for a couple of casualties.
Well, I think this whole, the early parts of this house build has all been a learning experience for us.
For sure.
And I think that's a positive thing. There's been nothing, catastrophically wrong or bad, but a lot of lessons that we're learning along the way, and that's I see it as a positive ultimately.
We've definitely learned some lessons, but we've done a lot of research before even beginning this project, so ultimately, we're seeing a lot of positive results. Yeah, there's some issues, but nothing, like I said, nothing catastrophic, and nothing we can't just kind of like fix up a little bit and it'll be good. That to be said, this has got to dry out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I would kind of had thoughts about bringing a dehumidifier down here. What are your thoughts? Or do you think just kind of leaving that cover open during the summer months might do the trick?
I think that would probably be fine. And I think, eventually we're going to be adding some kind of ventilation.
There'll be ventilation down here. But overall, I am really happy with the way this held up. This is perfect. I can't wait to get down here and finish up the bedroom. We got a lot of finishing work to do. Sorry, all this. For me, this is amazing. I might try camping down here. I don't know. I don't want to overplay the issue with down here. It's a little wet, but it'll dry out, and I'm really pleased with how this turned out. And I think that'll only improve too as maybe we add some insulation up on top here to help keep that cool air in here. And once we finish out these walls and stuff like that, I think it's going to be really nice down here. So thanks for joining us as we kind of go down into the underground Earthbag room. Very exciting. Our secrets have been exposed. Now you know the truth. I think, very positive experience for us. We're excited to see this room again. It's been so long.
Yeah.
Coming up, I got to deal with that south window yet. It's not finished. I just kind of got it into the space, but I got to make sure I get cob around there, make sure it's sealed, make sure it's well adjusted, well fitting in there. And then you got some design work you're working on, right?
I'm going to be working on the bottle windows.
So Jess is kind of masterminding that. She has some ideas she wants to play around with. And when she's ready, we'll get up to cutting some bottles and finishing out those other windows. So that'll be exciting. Thanks for joining us. Super exciting. All right, we'll catch you in the next video as we keep on finishing out this dome.